Hey y'all, I am going to get started today. I am starting with our first base makeup primer. Let's get this going. It's an oil-free, very ultra-light mist. Love, 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 love it. I will be responding to comments after the video. So let's let that dry for a second. Get into my little black box. Love, love, love my little black box. 2 layers. One I have my foundations and concealers in, and one I have my pressed powder, my bronzer, and my blushes in. So let's get started. And while that's drying, I can still feel a little dampness there. I'm going to scrape just a little bit of foundation out of my foundation palette, a little bit. This is how I do my foundation, and it has been very, very successful for me. It is a waxed-based botanical foundation. So we're going to warm it up. Warm it up. See, it changes the consistency. Waste not, want not. Whatever's on my fingers winds up on my face. And a little bit extra on some spots there. And I'm going to stipple the rest on. I am going to feature the Lottie Dazzle palette today. Stipple, stipple. I will be responding to any comments after the video. This video is actually going to wind up on the YouTube channel. This is a palette that I like to use. I don't warm up my foundation on my hand or on my face. I don't do it on my hand because I don't want the foundation absorbed into my hand. My hand doesn't need the coverage, my face does. And I don't warm it up on my face because I find it takes me longer to get it pliable and ready to move around into the areas that I need it. So I use a palette to warm my products up. I do that for my concealer as well. But I don't think we're going to use concealer today. We might. We'll see. We shall see. Let's get it going. Get a good foundation for the shadow that we're going to feature today. I might just put a little bit of concealer right there on my little trouble spot. Gotta love hormones and getting little trouble spots every now and then. Do a little bit of touch up under the eyes. We're going to set all that in a little bit so that it doesn't move today. But I think the value of this section is realizing how very little product it takes for a very finished, polished look. Make sure I have none left on here. Very little product. There we go. And that part is done. Now again, I'm going to feature the Lottie Dazzle palette today. So let's get my transition color in place. The transition color is truly the contour for your eyelid, especially if you have hooded eyes. It's very important. So let's get a brush out. I will respond to any comments at the end of the video. This one's going to wind up on my YouTube channel. I use number 40 for my transition color. It is a natural highlight, or not highlight, a natural contour color for the face. Whenever you're contouring, you really want an ash or gray undertone base. Those are the natural colors of the skin, and they create natural shadows. For a hooded eye, this is especially important because we need to create the illusion of having more eyelid than we do. So no matter what color palette I'm using that day, I always put a transition color in place first, and I always use a natural color. See those slight shadows right there now? We've created more eyelid than I actually have, which is a beautiful thing. So today, we're going to do Lottie Dazzle. I'm feeling kind of purple today, and you guys are probably looking at these colors going, yeah, I don't see purple in that palette. Has she lost her mind? No, I haven't, but we're going to play because in our color wheel, we've all learned growing up that red and blue are going to make purple. So part of the challenge is getting outside of that comfort zone and trying colors you never would try before and custom creating them for the look that you want. Professional makeup artists don't carry 100 colors in their makeup kit. They carry a basic 6 to 10 colors, and whatever they need, they mix it from there. Cleaning up this brush real quick, we're going to do the next video on brush cleaning and how important that is. So I am actually going to start with our red. You don't need very much, a dabble, do you? So shake off the excess. And I'm just going to come into my outer V where I want that pop of color at. I'm not covering my entire transition color, and I'm actually coming in below it a little bit. So wherever I want purple to be. And I'm going to lightly bring it into mid-eye because I want a lighter shade of purple there. I want a bolder, more vibrant violet on the outside. And I want more of a lavender on the inside. And then we're going to blend it into our cream boat, which is our lightest color. And we're going to go a little bit darker. We're going to go a little bit bolder today. A little bit bolder. There we go. That's where I want it. Let's come over and put some on this eye. I go back and forth between eyes instead of completing one eye first. I find that for me personally, I am more apt to create an even look when I go back and forth. When I do one eye and then I come do the other, it never fails. They don't match up. So I will go back and forth with each color. Let's bring that one in a little bit. Okay. Great start. Now we're going to grab our blue. Again, a dabble do with our colors. They're so pigmented. See how little that was? And we're going to come in and lay that right on top of the red. And I want you to watch the magic happen. It's better to start light in terms of how much color you put on your brush and build. You can always add to. It's very challenging to take away from without taking all of your makeup off. And do you see how that red with the blue over top of it is turning into a vibrant violet? See the difference? Red, this one's more purple. It's actually more violet, and I am leaving a little peekaboo of red behind it because I like that little splash of color. Let's do the other eye. So this is the trick of the trade. If you guys have often wondered how all these professional makeup artists get all these great colors, they mix them. Now, what companies have done for us over the years is they have come in and they have blended these colors naturally for us. But where's the fun in that? Don't you guys remember when we were in school and finger painting, how fun it was to create our own colors? Well, you could do that with anything in this palette. It's a very intimidating palette when someone first looks at it, but once you start playing with it, it's lots of fun. There we go. Beautiful violet color. It's got a little peekaboo of the red at the top, which was the look I was going for today. I want to show you guys how simple these looks really are to create and how little time it requires. Now, I am going to go to my number 38 Cream Boat, which is our lightest color, and grab just a dab. That might be a dab too much. And I'm just going to highlight my brow bone. And I'm going to come in and put that in the corner, the inner V of my lid. So the look that I'm creating is really a fade from very light to lavender to rich violet. That's the look I want it to go for today. But what I really wanted to do is show you guys how easy it is to create your own looks. There we go. As simple as that. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling kind of done with those colors. The only other thing I'm going to do is just buff this up a little bit so the line isn't so harsh. If you like a harsh line, you don't have to do this. This is optional. Everybody has different taste in what they're looking for with their eyeshadow. I have a hooded eye. So you'll see a lot of people do these beautiful eyes that come out to here. Someone with a hooded eye, if they do that, that actually pulls the eye even further down. If you have a hooded eye, you want to bring it up. Up creates the illusion of pulling the eye open. So if you come out here, you're pulling it down. Up here, you're pulling it up. That's why I also don't have a brow that is popular right now and comes down to here, because same thing, that's going to close up my eye. So when you're doing your shadow, if you have a more mature eye, or you have a hooded eye, I had hooded eyes when I was a teenager, you want to curve it up. You don't want to bring it down. That's the magic of creating a good look for a hooded eye. And that's the eyeshadow. Let me grab a little bit of our mascara. It's our Perfect Mascara. It is a 1-tube fiber in the formula mascara. Now, y'all, when you're using your mascara, don't pump the tube in. That's how you're getting all bacteria in and really gross stuff. You want to put it in and swirl it around if you need more product on your wand. I typically only do one coat. Again, this is 1 tube, fibers in the tube. I do one coat. I have naturally longer lashes. They're just very, very light. If it's a night that we're going out and I want more va-va-voom, I'll let this dry and I'll put on a second coat. If you have naturally shorter lashes, you can go straight to that second coat as soon as this one dries. But see the difference? And that's one coat. And you can tell I'm not spending a lot of time on it. It's not taking me 10-15 minutes to create this look. Now my lashes, I can't even say they're related to each other. They have multiple cowlicks. So one is always a little more challenging than the other, and I prefer them to flip out. So one always requires a little more coaxing. There we go. Completed eye look. Now, let's finish the face. I use my number 40 Taupe for the Best as my contour color when I need to put some more depth and shadow back in my face. So I'm just going to come in real quick. I don't use a heavy amount because I'm looking for a natural look. I want it to be very subtle. And I really only do one side because I keep my bangs down. Now let's take out just a little bit of the tip of that nose. I prefer one chin to two, so let's create that illusion. Number 40 Taupe for the Best is my go-to color for all of this. Now, if it's a night out and I need to glam it up a little bit, I am probably going to use my number 5 concealer as my contour color. But again, same as when you are putting your transition color on your eyes, you really want your contour color to have an ash or gray undertone, because regardless of how pigmented your skin is, that is the natural shade of shadowing. You don't want to look orange. You don't want orange undertones to your skin if you're going for a natural look. My favorite part is getting rid of that double chin. There we go. It's still there. And let's see what we're going to do today. We did purple eyes. I think I am going to go with our number 1 blush. Again, a couple little dabs will do you. See what I mean? If I had really dug into there, y'all have all had that blush that you have to like dig in to get some color out. I'm going to do number 1, and then even with someone as pale as I am, I love the glow that comes with number 6. Number 6 is actually what we would call our highlighting blush. I am so pale that honestly on me it provides color as well, but it gives just a little hint of glow. See? And let's do a lippy today. My lips are a little bit chapped, but I am going to grab my favorite lip gloss today. As soon as I can grab it out of here. My favorite. You know something? I think we're going to go with a little bit of joy today for our violet eyes. A little bit of joy. I love, love, love the names and the smells of our lip glosses. This one, as you can tell, has a little bit more of a deep purple tone to it. Again, this is Joy. And I'm going to do a little bit of an ombre look with it. And I am going to use our newest color, Wish, right in the middle. There we go. I finish every makeup look. Probably I should have done this before the lips and the mascara, but it's makeup. That's okay. I'm going to finish with our 10 Years Younger makeup finish spray. And it's okay if you get your steps out of order. It's makeup. It's just makeup. Now, I get a little bit oily during the day, so the final part of my morning routine when I'm getting ready is always going to be our pressed powder. And I'm going to grab my favorite big fluffy brush and just dab it. Just tap it right in, get a little bit on the end, and I tap my powder down into my brush so that it's not just all sitting on the top waiting to be used in the first spot I touch it. And then I'm just going to dab it in my shiny parts. The places in my T-zone that I know I'm going to be shining the most as the day goes on. And voila, there we go. We have used our Lottie Dazzle palette colors red and blue to create a beautiful violet eye. We have used our Joy and Wish to create a little bit of an ombre lip gloss look. And we have relied on our little black box to keep us completely organized. So that is it for today's tutorial. I hope you guys are having an amazing day, and I'm going to see you in the next video.